Well, Fords, we've made it to the end of another year. This year saw all sorts of big moments, record breakers, comeback wins, upsets, academic weapons, and of course, some of the most majestic moments you may ever see on a field or court. The hashtag YD3 philosophy was on full display this year, so as we come together to honor this senior class today, let's take a look back at some of the moments that lit up the Instagram comment sections and had all of campus buzzing. Although mostly known as the voice of Haverford lacrosse, junior goalkeeper Dylan Iafreda is also as good between the pipes as he is on the mic. He denied this Rowan PK to help the Fords to a huge early season win over Rowan way back on September 7th, stunning the big crowd in South Jersey. In an epic match in front of a big crowd at the Ford Invitational, volleyball rallied for a 3-2 win, hitting 323 in the fourth set, eventually climbing back and pulling the reverse sweep over the 19th ranked Susquehanna Riverhawks, Haverford's highest ranked win since the 2014 season. Hood Trophy points are always great, and even better is winning down the road in Delco. The Haverford women's soccer team did just that as they took a huge victory in the regular season finale against Swarthmore, with Claire Siwes making a huge save to help propel the Fords. Haverford has now won 2 consecutive matchups with the Garnet, after also taking a 1-0 overtime penalty kick victory a season ago on Walton Field, a moment you may have also seen on last year's Top 10. Did I mention I like beating SWAT? Well, how about clinching a trip to the playoffs by beating SWAT? In overtime? Sure, even better. Delaney Snowden scored in overtime as the Fords took a golden goal win in the rivalry series, the 23rd all-time victory for the Fords over Swarthmore, giving Haverford its second consecutive trip to the Centennial Conference Tournament. What a moment. A 25th NCAA regional title? That just sounds like GOAT activity as men's cross country breezed to its second consecutive Metro Region crown at DeSales, scoring an extremely strong 21 points, Haverford's best ever performance at a regional meet. All 5 scorers placed within the top 7 overall finishers. Katie Hershey proved that bees don't hibernate for winter as she dominated her way to the snowy NCAA championships in Lansing, Michigan. Hershey earned first team all-conference, finishing 7th overall at Haverford's home course, and then earned automatic qualification to nationals via her finish at the regional meet at DeSales. Hershey was the second highest Metro Region finisher at the national meet. In a game that will forever be known as the boom game in Haverford sports information lore, Josh Love poured one in from deep on his senior day, prompting a Gettysburg timeout as the Gooding Arena building was rocking with the hosts up by 3 with 4 minutes to go. Eventually, Haverford eked out a 70-67 win to stay right in the thick of the Centennial Conference playoff chase, entering the final week of the regular season. In the Centennial Conference first round game at home against Muhlenberg, Allie Landau led the Fords to victory with a career-high 36 points. The junior put on a shooting clinic in front of the home fans, shooting 14 of 27 from the field and hitting 6 3-pointers. The Livingston, New Jersey native tied Haverford's single-game record and the Centennial Conference playoff record for points. The broken records did not stop there as senior Kayla Robinson grabbed a whopping 27 rebounds to go along with 11 points. With that total, Robinson set the Haverford all-time record for rebounds in a game. The senior also set the Centennial Conference record for single-game rebounds in what was truly a special performance. Corlin Morris, who already owns the Haverford record for blocks in a single season, added to her total with 8 blocks on that night, a Centennial Conference playoff record. In the 2023 season opener, the Haverford College women's lacrosse team erased a 3-goal deficit with just 6:41 to go in regulation to prevail over mainline rival Cabrini with 2 minutes left in the overtime period on a free position goal from Tiffany McCoulis. McCoulis was a catalyst for the Fords all afternoon and continued heroics long into the evening hours as she tallied 4 goals, grabbed 5 ground balls, won 8 draw controls, and caused 4 turnovers in a stellar all-around effort. In one of the most impressive performances to grace Swan Field in recent memory, goalkeeper Rachel Marlin, known mainly as a stalwart sophomore on the field hockey team, stepped into duty between the pipes for the Fords and tallied 13 saves in the victory. There was something about the number 19 for the Haverford men's lacrosse team, as the Fords took down a pair of ranked opponents in number 19 Ursinus and number 19 Muhlenberg this season, giving the Fords a fighting chance at a playoff berth entering the final week of the regular season. Jacob Abraham was a huge part of that performance for the Fords, making 43 saves between the 2 games, including a career-best 26 stoppages against the Mules at home on Swan Field. The Haverford College baseball team undoubtedly provided one of the more incredible offensive displays you can imagine, as the Fords set new program single-game records for runs scored and hits in a 33-8 victory over Washington College. Haverford's 30 hits were also a new Centennial Conference record, and the 33 runs scored represented the third most in Centennial history and the most in over 20 years. The offensive outburst featured a 19-run seventh inning, as Haverford sent 22 batters to the plate in that frame, a frame that can only be considered an outright historic one. When all was said and done, there were 2 grand slams and 10 total hits recorded in the inning. Abby Marcus took a cue from the women's lacrosse team and dominated the day with 5 hits, 4 home runs, 9 RBI, and 6 runs between both games, setting program records for both home runs and total bases in a doubleheader sweep of Cabrini in March. Kayla Robinson continued to be a cheat code, setting not 1 but 2 program records in the triple jump and the long jump this season. Just for good measure, she hopped on the 4x100 meter relay squad, as that team also took down the program record. She truly does it all. Senior Ryan Cradell set the track ablaze with his 21st place finish in an extremely competitive 5,000 meters at the Boston Terrier Invite, crossing the finish in a remarkable 14:02:37. That time shattered both the Haverford College and Centennial Conference records in the event. In a loaded field full of the nation's elite indoor milers, Jamie Moreland also completed the mile run as the 33rd overall finisher with a time of 4:03:66 in Boston. That time paced all Division III entrants and was the fastest time in Division III so far during the season. It was also the 4th best in Haverford program history. There you have it, another wrap on the top moments for 2022-23. Of course, there were way more than just these moments this season, and it was a thrill to play a small part in the journey. Let us not only celebrate these big moments, but also all the small moments in between, and all the hard work, dedication, and unsung heroes that lead to these moments. Have a great summer, and congratulations again to the class of 2023.